Shalom, all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Kakodesh. Double honors unto the apostles and elders of GMS, or the true leaders of Israel today, and salutations to all of the Akim who do this work in truth and sincerity, risking their lives and their freedom to do so, as well as the scattered Israelites who come looking like the heathen but are not, by way of their forefathers cease, who is like men. The true name of the Most High is Yahweh, and his son's name is Yahushai, and the lords of the chosen people are the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, as well as the ones who suffer under the curses in the book of Deuteronomy. My name is Akalia, and this video is on the prophecies of Yahweh Shemishai that are well on their way. In the book of Isaiah, chapter 55, and verse 11, it says, "So shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent it." So the word of Yahweh Shemishai, the prophecies are at hand. Everything that is written in the book shall come to pass, right? The judgments and the mercies. So let me say that again. The judgments upon the world, the heathen, the Edomites, and upon the wicked unbelieving of our people, and the mercies for the elect of the nation of Israel, and also the entire nation of Israel, will all be coming to pass very soon. And this thing happened where this 2025 doomsday clock statement has been made, and they've shifted it from 90 seconds to midnight to 89 seconds to midnight, which apparently this whole thing is, Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, the rulers of this wicked kingdom today. It's like this whole system that they have, that their scientists use to predict how close the world is to catastrophic events. And truth be told, we are indeed very close to catastrophic events, not by their own predictions, but by way of Bible prophecy and by observing the times, right? Yahweh Shemishai tells us to observe the times diligently, and when we see certain of the signs, such as upwards of the people around the world, and earthquakes in diverse places, and then Yahushua let us know as well that when you see wars and rumors of wars, kingdom rise against kingdom, pestilences, famine, and earthquakes as well, that these are the beginning of sorrows. And everything at hand is really just Bible prophecy, and the judgments are sure to come. 2nd Ezra chapter 16 and verse 37 says, "Behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack, as when a woman with child in the ninth month bringeth forth her son. With 2 or 3 hours of her birth great pains compass her womb, which pains, when the child cometh forth, they slack not a moment." And you know the process of childbirth. It's a gradual process, which, the pain comes in gradually, and it increases and increases and increases. And that's where we're at right now regarding Esau, Edom's kingdom, which is going to, Esau, Edom's kingdom is a kingdom that's going to be collapsing by way of all kinds of terrible things happening. And these things will be the judgments from Yahweh Shemishai. And it's going to be in this kind of state of being until Yahushua returns, right? And we have many prophecies that are coming up. World War III prophecy, which the elder Apostle Tahar says that we're already in World War III, which is true when you observe the times. You have the mark of the beast prophecy, which is a microchip, that is going to bring a certain level of devastation to the world. The hour of temptation. We have the plagues from Yahweh Shemishai, the pestilences, the famine, and whatever else Esau is going to be doing when he uses his blessing, which is that sword, to bring judgment upon us, the children of Israel. Jacob's trouble that is at hand, and World War III, the war of Armageddon. All of these things are at hand. And it says, "Even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth, and the world shall mourn, and sorrow shall come upon it on every side." These are well on its way. Esau's kingdom is going to be collapsing in a very vile, very terrible kind of way, right? Because it's a very vile kingdom. A kingdom filled with all sorts of abominations, and they are the wicked. And Yahweh Shemishai hates the wicked. Yahweh Shemishai hates Esau Edom. So this kingdom is going to be going out in a very devastating manner, and very devastating things will be happening in these times. The judgments at hand to come. 2nd Ezra chapter 15 and verse 5. Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. For wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. So it's because the world is wicked, because the rulers are wicked. And this is what we must go through in order to receive our kingdom. Us, the Israelites, the Lord's holy chosen people. We're going to have to be going through Jacob's trouble. And when you look at what's going on in America right now, it wouldn't be really out of pocket to say that we are at the beginning stages of Jacob's trouble, because Northern Kingdom are feeling it right now, right, with this whole immigration thing. But all of these judgments, the plagues, the sword, famine, the pestilences, all of these things are brewing each and every single day. Because as it's mentioned before, it's like a woman having a child. And we know that process, man. So it's going to be just like that. So this doomsday clock thing, closer than ever, right, from their official website, to gain understanding of what they're saying. In 2024, humanity edged ever closer to catastrophe. Trends that have deeply concerned the Science and Security Board continued, and despite unmistakable signs of danger, national leaders and their societies have failed to do what is needed to change course. Consequently, we now move the doomsday clock from 90 seconds to 89 seconds to midnight, the closest it has ever been to catastrophe. And so when they're doing this, this is by the knowledge and wisdom of Esau Edom. So, they're saying that this is what's happening within their kingdom, but we know, those of us that believe in Yahweh Shemishai, which all of us, we're Israelites, as this is only for us, we know the prophecies at hand, and we know by the times that we're in that we are heading into these very devastating times that are going to be coming upon the world. Our fervent hope is that leaders will recognize the world's existential predicament and take bold action to reduce the threats posed by nuclear weapons, climate change, and the potential misuse of biological science and a variety of emerging technologies. So you see, even here, we can filter it through Bible prophecy, right? Nuclear weapons. The nuclear weapons, the ICBM missiles, they have been created for a purpose. Yahweh Shemishai gave Esau Edom the knowledge of being able to create them, because these ICBM missiles are going to be used to destroy America, which is Mystery Babylon the Great. It is after the mark of the beast prophecy has been made manifest, it's mandatory worldwide, we've experienced the hour of temptation, etc. Then can the destruction come of America, which is Mystery Babylon the Great. And why is that? Because a portion of our people in America, the 2/3, are going to be destroyed, and they will be taking the mark chip, which is the mark of the beast. Our people will be receiving that judgment. So the prophecy of the mark of the beast has to come first before the destruction can come. But before the destruction occurs, Yahushai, when the missiles are on their way to America, Yahushai will return and deliver the elect of the nation of Israel, the 1/3 from America. So the mark of the beast prophecy has to come to pass first, right? And so then those missiles are going to be used for their purpose, which is to destroy America. Behold, Isaiah 54 verse 16, behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work, and I have created the waster to destroy. And it is to bring the judgment to America. In Revelation chapter 18, it says, in 1 hour shall America be destroyed. In Revelation chapter 9, it talks about the number of the missiles, which is 200,000, which is 200 million missiles, will be used to destroy America. And it will be America's enemies, which is Russia and Russia's allies and America's own allies, that are going to turn against her and destroy her. So it will be many missiles hitting America. And that day in Malachi, is it Malachi or is it Michael? It's Malachi, chapter 4 and verse 1. For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, yea, and all that do wickedly shall be stubble, and the day that cometh shall burn them up, saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts. that it shall leave them neither root nor branch. So America is going to be utterly destroyed by thermonuclear fire. Here it is again in the book of Jeremiah, chapter 51. Could go to 50 as well. Could also go to 2nd Esdras. But here it is, Jeremiah 51 and verse 1. And many other places in the scriptures talk about the destruction of America, by the way. It says here, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, I will raise up against Babylon, which is America, and against them that dwell in the midst of them that rise up against me a destroying wind. And I will send unto Babylon, which is America, fanners that shall fan her and shall empty her land. And it will be the missiles that will be doing it. Those ICBM missiles, for in the day of trouble they shall be against her round about. Against him that bendeth like the archer will be these countries, bend his bow, the bow, it will be the device that to launch the missiles. And against him that lifteth himself up in his brigandine, and spare ye not her young men, destroy ye utterly all her hosts. So America is going to be completely destroyed by thermonuclear fire, right? And the wicked elite of Esau, Edom, know that these prophecies are true, starting with our elder apostle Tahar and all the other apostles and all of the elders, the brothers that believe in this doctrine, the true, full, correct doctrine, right? We have the full truth, and the wicked elite of Esau, Edom know that we have the full truth, and they know that what we're prophesying is true, even though at the same time they do have a spirit of delusion upon them that their houses will continue forever. They know that they're the Edomites. This kingdom is coming to an end. And the glory of this Edomite kingdom is America. America is the whore, right? In Revelation chapter 17, the whore that rideth the beast with the 10 horns, right? And that beast is NATO, and the 10 horns is the European Union. So America is all their pride and their glory. And the scriptures say in Revelation chapter 18, it says in verse 21, and a mighty angel took up a stone like a great millstone and cast it into the sea, saying, thus with violence shall that great city Babylon, which is America, be thrown down, and shall be found no more at all. So his final judgment, America, is going to be by way of the thermonuclear fire. But leading up to that, we're going to have to be going through, those in America are going to have to be going through, and the rest of the world, all of these judgments that are set by Yahweh Shemishai leading up to that day. So it mentions climate change. Climate change is this whole thing, this whole narrative that Esau Edom has put out there, which the veracity of that is, y'all know how that is. But the devil has been putting it out there for a reason. So speaking as a man, that maybe perhaps they will use this whole climate change narrative to their own advantage to bring about their NWO. We will see how that all happens. And the potential misuse of biological science and a variety of emerging technologies. Well, we know the main emerging technology that they're going to be pushing is going to be that microchip, which is the mark of the beast, right? And then biological science that leads into what, they have certain knowledge and certain wisdom to be able to create, certain things that can bring about pestilences and stuff like that. So it says, in setting the clock 1 second closer to midnight, we send a start signal because the world is already perilously close to the precipice. A move of even a single second should be taken as an indication of extreme danger and an unmistakable warning that every second of delay is in reversing course increases the probability of global disaster. And who's in control of even putting out this kind of information? The wicked elite of Esau Edom. So to me, it is them letting the world know that they're getting ready to make their move. They're really going to be bringing great hell and destruction upon this world, great chaos, so that they can usher in their NWO, their agenda, right? And it says in Revelation chapter 6 and verse 8, and I looked, and behold, a pale horse, which is talking about Esau Edom, and his name that sat on him was death, and hell followed with him, and power was given unto him over the fourth part of the earth, which is America, to kill with the sword, and with hunger, and with death, and with the beasts of the earth. So Yahweh Shemishah is in full control, and Yahweh Shemishah will be using Esau Edom to bring about these things, these judgments onto the world and onto the wicked of our people specifically. Only the elect of the nation of Israel will be preserved from these perils to come. Right? And so then, the rest of it mentions the nuclear risk. The war in Ukraine now is in its third year, looms over the world. The conflict could become nuclear at any moment because of a rash decision or through accident or miscalculation. Conflict in the Middle East threatens to spiral out of control into a wider war without warning. The countries that possess nuclear weapons are increasing the size and role of their arsenals, investing hundreds of billions of dollars in weapons that can destroy civilization. The nuclear arms race control process is collapsing, and high-level contacts among nuclear powers are totally inadequate given the danger at hand. Alarmingly, it is no longer unusual for countries without nuclear weapons to consider developing arsenals of their own, actions that would undermine long-standing non-proliferation efforts and increase the ways in which nuclear war could start. And that's coming, man, because, as I mentioned before, World War III is a part of Bible prophecy. Revelation chapter 11 and verse 14, the second woe is past, talking about World War II, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. So the third woe is World War III, cometh quickly. And that is going to lead to, the destruction of America, which is Mr. Babylon the Great. But before that, they're going to be gathered there in the so-called Middle East to go to war, right? Revelation chapter 16 verse 16 says, and he gathered them together into a place called in the Hebrew tongue Armageddon. In Joel chapter 3 and verse 9, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, talking about the heathen, prepare war. Wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. Assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord Yahweh. Let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat, for there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. So they're going to be brought over there to the so-called Middle East. The prophecy in Joel chapter 2 and verse 20 lets us know about that. And we know all of the major players that are going to be a part of that. And when you look at the world, the current situation in the world, it matches perfectly with Bible prophecy as to the major players to be involved. Russia and her allies, which Russia has Iran. Russia has the so-called African nations aligned with them. You can see the deterioration of Turkey and their current relationship, which Turkey is going to be joining with Russia and Iran. And then when you look at the BRICS nations, you can see those are all aligned together. And then you have America, NATO, EU, and the state of Israel working together. And they're mentioned in the scriptures. So everything is at hand, man. Bible prophecy is at the forefront. Right? And then it mentions the situation with climate change, which I mentioned before. I think they're going to use this narrative that they've been building for, decades now, to bring about certain levels of chaos, though the veracity of it is to be, y'all know how it is, okay? This biological arena, though, emerging and re-emerging diseases continue to threaten the economy, society, and security of the world. And, going through this and reading this, and knowing Bible prophecy, and knowing how the devil works, because we're not ignorant to Satan's devices. We really in that time, man. We really are in that time. Because what's going on right now? They're talking about the quademic, which includes that 2020 worldwide situation, the bird flu, the norovirus, and something else called MMV or something like that. You can just Google quademic. It's a mixture of all of these diseases all in one. From China to America to the UK. We've heard news about it in the Caribbean. And then we've heard the ramifications of the bird flu, which is being literally updated every single day. I just checked it before starting this video. And there are more updates on the bird flu and how it's spreading. And then it's not only affecting humans, but it's affecting the poultry. And then we're having certain food shortages because of the egg situation, because of that. Then you have even the whole immigration situation where they're talking about these policies are going to affect farming and the gathering, the harvesting of crops. So that famine plus the World War III situation. So that famine is on its way. Right here, it says the off-season appearance and in-season continuance of highly pathogenic avian influenza, the bird flu. So there it is. There it is, man. They're mentioning it again. They're not pumping the brakes on this whole bird flu situation. They're using it for a purpose. They're cooking with it. It spread to farm animals and dairy products, and the occurrence of human cases have combined to create the possibility of a devastating human pandemic. It's coming again. Order ab chaos, order out of chaos. All of these things are at hand, man. All of these things. And you can read this. It's very long. I won't go through all of this. Okay? But it's at hand, man. And truth be told, I may be speaking a little fast. Salakia for that, but I feel excited. You know what I'm saying? Like every single day is a step closer towards the kingdom of Yahweh Shemishai, a kingdom ruled by Yahweh through the Spirit, through Yahweh, a kingdom ruled by Yahweh through the Spirit of Yahweh, right? They work as one spirit. They're separate entities, though, to make that clear. And we'll be living in peace. Us, the nation of Israel, is coming. But, we have to go through these very terrible, horrible times. And so, the message is like to repent, turn to Yahweh Shemishai, and hope to be a part of the elect, right? And to be saved by Yahweh when he returns, okay? But, we are, in fact, in perilous times. And the scriptures say, 2 Timothy 3, verse 1, this know also that in the last days, because we are in the last days of the rulership of the Edomites, the so-called white people, soon we will be living under a righteous rulership, and we will also no longer be under the chains of darkness, which is this flesh, which means that we will no longer go off. Perilous times shall come. So we're heading into these perilous times, and this, to me, they making people know, man. Okay, here from Twitter. Here it is again. Humanity continues to face threats from infectious disease, proliferation of high-risk research laboratories from their bulletin atomic. Is it going to let me see it? Okay, cool. Right? Proliferation of high-risk research laboratories, the combination of AI with biological research and offensive bioweapons programs. Geopolitical tension, skirmishes, and outright war all disrupt and in some cases destroy healthcare and public health infrastructure, increasing the risk that diseases will spread. They're letting you know. And remember the prophecies. The prophecy that pestilence is coming. A real, true pestilence that is going to ravage the world. The prophet Esdras saw the vision and he said, woe is me, who shall deliver me in those days? The beginning of sorrows and great mourning is the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the poor shall stand in fear. The beginning of evils, what shall I do when these evils shall come? To paraphrase. And he mentioned what is to come. These are all at hand. Right? All of this is at hand. And it's a joyous thing for those of us that believe. Because the scriptures say, in Luke chapter 10 and verse 24, for I tell you that many prophets and kings have desired to see those things which ye see and have not seen them, and to hear those things which ye hear and have not heard them. And we are experiencing this in this present day, day by day. We're getting closer to the kingdom. So repent ye, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand. We're indeed in very exciting times for those of us that do sincerely believe in Yahweh Shemishai. And it is going to be a journey, but the Spirit will keep us through it. So with that, all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Shemishai, Bashem Kakodesh. Shalom.